Meghan Sussex is a modern-day giant, graceful, strategic, and powerful. She didn't just survive the smear campaign from a 1,000-year-old monarchy, she transformed it. Now, with every move William and Kate make mirrors her path, from PR tactics to wardrobe choices. That's not coincidence, that's influence. Yes. You can try to rig the game, but you cannot fake influence. Definitely not. Harry and Meghan walked away from toxicity, endured relentless bullying, and still command global attention and respect. Not from tabloids, but from real people who value truth, love, and the family. They're not the outcast. They are the blueprint, a true royal unit built on purpose and authenticity. Yes, guys, that's what I'm telling you. Meghan and Harry are the moment. She was never supposed to survive it. Meghan Sussex, American, biracial, bold, stepped into a 1,000-year-old institution that wasn't built for her. And instead of crumbling under its weight, she made it change. I know they're trying to fight the change, but they're doing a lot of things trying to follow Harry and Meghan. It's like everything. Meghan brings out jam. You hear that iGrove or Charles people competing with jam. She bring out her rosé, they bring out something else. So they're always trying to follow Meghan. You see that Kate cosplay her several times with her dressing. She follow her, everything. She just loves to imitate Meghan. But it doesn't matter. What Meghan is known for is her influence. She brought the change to that year-old draconian institution, right? So they can't take that away from her. She is a strong person, and that's what they hated most, but yet still they try to imitate and follow. Right, we know that. Alongside her husband, Prince Harry, she didn't just walk away from the British monarchy. They redefined what royalty could look like in the modern world. Today, we're looking at how Harry and Meghan didn't just escape the firm, they outgrew it. Oh yes, that's so important. Harry and Meghan outgrew the firm because a 1,000-year institution, it cannot be business as usual. At some point, you have to take stock and say, this does not make any sense. Dressing up in costume and looking like a clown or looking ridiculous. People are not endeared by that anymore. If you look at even their engagement, very few, because people don't want that. I think if the royal family have just decided, like, you know what, we're going to support her charity, we're going to show the people that we care, then they would have more of a prominence. But now they're so lazy, they don't do anything. It doesn't get any buzz. What really gets buzz is just the nastiness and the smears, right? Because the media love to hype up drama and love to create unnecessary tension in the family. But the family at some point have to take account, have to take responsibility for letting it get this far. They need to stop because they feel that the media, with driving the animosity, drama, all of that, is what keep them in the news. But I'm sure the news would have followed if they were doing good and if they were trying to accomplish great things. Look at what Harry and Meghan are doing. They're outside the fold, but yet see when Harry goes to China, when he goes to Angola, when he goes to the UN, when he goes to New York, it is being covered by global news. When you see Meghan goes to her artwork production, when you see she goes to the children's hospital, those things are elevated because Harry and Meghan are doing good and they're shedding light on organization. They are using their fame, their name to bring light to different organizations, and that's what the royals should be doing. But the royals are messy and they want to keep the craziness of family fighting and bickering with each other. That seems to be what they think is selling. But really and truly, nobody is remembering you. You're going to be left in the dark. So Harry and Meghan have definitely outgrew the firm. from silence to speaking out. Let's not forget, when Meghan and Harry left the UK in 2020, the narrative was brutal. They were branded as selfish, dramatic, ungrateful, simply for choosing peace over protocol. And peace over leaking, over just family drama, this crazy thing. They wanted to live a peaceful life. It was affecting their mental health. So as a result, they say, we are out. We're not going to deal with this, because this is not really how it's supposed to be, right? But what came next was a masterclass in purpose-driven reinvention. They launched Archwell, a foundation that champions compassion, mental health, and social change. While royal insiders whispered behind the palace walls, Meghan and Harry were out here speaking truth on Oprah, opening up the world's eyes to the toxic undercurrent of race, power, and media complicity in the monarchy. I just didn't want to live anymore. That's what Meghan said on Oprah. That wasn't just an interview, it was a reckoning. One the royal family couldn't spin, bury, or ignore it. They tried to do it, but they couldn't, right? So they can spin all they want, but at the end of the day, what Harry said, even with Spare, his account is out there. No longer is a royal using the media to spin lies, and it festers and become the mainstay. Harry's Spare became that counterbalance, and the one that people started to look into and say, yes, this makes sense. So he gave a counter to what the nastiness was about, right? Very good. The global brand. Now let's talk receipts. Because while some tabloids painted Harry and Meghan as jobless ex-royals, the reality was business. Netflix signed a deal. Their Harry and Meghan documentary became one of Netflix's most watched docuseries in history. From Heart of Invictus to the Polar docuseries and Meghan's With Love series, the Sussexes are redefining royalty with storytelling that actually uplifts and informs. We know about Spotify and Lemonade. We know they signed a deal with Spotify. Yeah, no longer there, but they're with Lemonade and different podcasts, right? Meghan, so we see her coming on the Emma Grade. We see her on the Jamie Kern Lima podcast. Yes, Meghan's Archetype podcast topped charts and brought intelligent conversations about gender, identity, and labels to the mainstream. Books. Harry's Spare became the fastest selling non-fiction book in UK history. Meghan's The Bench landed on the New York Times bestsellers list. Investments. They backed brands like Clever Blends, Ethic Asset Management, and MediHelp, to name a few. Sustainable, ethical, women-centered ventures, not vanity projects. Values-driven business. They didn't just leave the monarchy, they outperformed it. Let me repeat. Harry and Meghan didn't just leave the monarchy, they outperformed the monarchy. Because I think the same model that Harry and Meghan has with their business, how they conduct themselves, if the monarchy had taken that stance, they could grow too. But Harry and Meghan is now in a modern age. They have outperformed the monarchy, and now the leftovers, they look stale, they look dry, they look regurgitated. Everything just seems boring with them because they are not trying to evolve, right? The monarchy follows their lead. Now, here's the twist. The same firm that once claimed Meghan was a diva is now copying her entire playbook. Fashion. Meghan wore modern, neutral, minimalist silhouettes. Now Kate's dressing the same way. Causes. Meghan championed mental health and maternal well-being. Now the royals are suddenly prioritizing those topics too. Podcasting. Meghan did it first. Now royal surrogates are scrambling to get airtimes. Netflix. We see Meghan being the first to be in Netflix. Now we hear that Charles is coming up with something with Netflix. She lead, they follow. She's a blueprint, they try to imitate. And I'm telling you, Meghan and Harry, they are the trendsetter. They are the trendsetters. There's no if, buts, or maybe about that. They mocked her for hugging, crying, speaking up. Now they mirror those gestures as if they invented them. Imitation isn't just flattery, it's evidence. Meghan and Harry changed the monarchy without needing to wear the crown. We saw with Kate's stylist recently left the crown and was following all of Meghan's inner circle. We're following Meghan hairdresser, Meghan wedding dress designer, following Meghan's friends. I mean, come on. I'm telling you, they just follow Meghan at every single turn. The people see it. Despite the smear campaigns, the tabloid wars, and relentless British press harassment, Meghan and Harry are admired globally, not just as celebrities, but as relatable human beings. Their appeal goes beyond royalty. They're family-oriented, compassionate, and unshakably real. Parents who walk their talk, partners who support one another, advocates who turn pain into power. While William and Kate attend garden parties and wave from balcony, Harry and Meghan are helping veterans, building maternal health centers in Nigeria, and creating content that heals and empowers. The monarchy has legacy, but Harry and Meghan, they have relevance. So, when we say Meghan is one of the greatest women to ever live, we say it not just because of her titles or headlines, but because of what she survived, what she built, and what she represents. She walked into the most rigid institution in the world and held a mirror up to it. And when it couldn't handle her light, she created her own platform on her own terms. Harry stood beside her, not in her shadow, but in solidarity. Together, they redefined what a royal family should be, a unit grounded in purpose, not protocol. They didn't break tradition, they broke free, and the world noticed. So guys, that's what I'm wanting to tell you. Yes, this is such a good story because we know this is what Harry and Meghan have accomplished, all their accomplishment. You know, Meghan is really going to go down in the history book as one of the greatest women to live because guess what? She does it with such ease. She's so intelligent, so beautiful, so charming, charismatic, you name it, all the good things that comes with a woman just forging her own path. So yes, guys, the monarchy, they made the monarchy change up their game where they imitate her every move. Boom. Done said. I'm telling you, it is in the books. They cannot do anything about it. So guys, that's what I wanted to tell you. They made the monarchy change their games. Mic drop. Mic drop moment. So guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.